Hello everyone, my name is Attila and welcome back to the Jutes campaign on Attila Total War, which I still find very enjoyable. Much better than I enjoyed Rome 2, where I made maybe 4 videos and then I gave up the game until, well, July I think. And I need to remind you that game came out in September of the year before that. So yeah, this is definitely a lot better than Rome 2. Not that you needed me telling that, pretty much. Or at least I hope so. Anyway, I think it's time to end the turn. But before that, I just want to give you a heads up that I'm going for this, because it will give me Steel Forge, which will enable me to build the, let's see, Nordic Axe Warband, and I do like Axe Infantry. I have used it quite a lot in multiplayer, and I find it quite awesome. Only the downside is it's lacking quite a bit in defense, but hey. What can I do? Anyway, I think we have done everything, and apparently we have. So, let's see, will the Geats try to go for Sweden? Will they try to raid Denmark once again? Or will they just stay there? Or will they attack? Let's find out on this exciting end turn of my Jutish campaign. So let's find out. Also, after I've dealt with all this, I'm planning on trying to push into Germania. So, starting with the Angles. That's my plan anyway. I could also go to England, I guess. I don't know. Really depends on if I want to be a conqueror by sea or a conqueror by land. And I haven't decided. Anyway, matter of state, mercenary commander. Oh yes, it's this guy. So, from what I learned in my other campaign is that if I say yes, I basically get cheaper mercenaries, and I don't have any need for that, which means that I am gonna ignore him. Actually, I'm gonna ask for a discount just to see what that will give me, if that will actually give me something useful. Okay, so their armies are quite damaged, since the defense of Hafen was quite heroic. So let's see what we can do. Okay, they are fleeing. I see. Nice how you're fleeing like across a section of ocean. Anyway, you couldn't outrun me. Wahaha. And should I just auto-solve this? I think I will probably just auto-solve it, seeing that we have such a good chance of actually winning that. Yes. And I love this option. I freaking love it. Just a take on soldiers. Much better than just having to kill captives all the time. And it doesn't... I guess it should, like, reduce integrity or something, seeing that you're kind of mixing... Well, not really in this case, but say I try to push southwards, you're mixing in troops that are not really your culture. But hey, if they choose not to give you a debuff there, I'm not gonna complain about it, so I'm just gonna notice that maybe that should be the case. Anyway, integrity +2. Oh, integrity +2. That's like integrity, colons. This is the effective skill, +2 to... what exactly? No, it's +2 to integrity. Or morale during forest battles, which we have quite a lot of here, and if we push down into Germania, we definitely have a lot of forested areas there as well. Well, I am planning to go on the offensive now, so I don't think this is the best option. Oh, nice how they list the changes here. The effects, I should say. So nice, we have that. We have the Saxons and the Angles. Are you allied to anyone? Yes, you are allied to the Saxons. Okay then. Also, I still need to take care of these guys. So I'm gonna see if I can actually do that. Also, I now definitely need an army to be stationed in the city in order to actually keep it happy. So let's put them in a double time to get there. Speaking of double time, maybe I should use that here. It's not really helping me out that much. Probably gonna try to flee again anyway. gonna be in the non-stance and, well, actually, not gonna attack me, and not that it was gonna matter anyway. So I'm gonna stay in double time. Anyway, that was it for that turn. So yeah, the Saxons are dying in neighboring lands. And yeah, there we go. The Danes are trying to flee. Which is what they did earlier. And when I say earlier, not in the campaign that you have seen. Nope. But in the part of the campaign that you didn't see because the game crashed. So that was fun. Okay. Varangians destroyed. Yeah, there we go. Yes. So basically I didn't really need to get that. I just want to see what... Well, I don't know if this happens every time or if it's a chance thing. But yeah, this is what happens, at least in this circumstance, when I chose the negotiate option. Or haggle, I guess you can also call it. So, take you off that stance and... Oh. What's happening to you, Lithuania? No, that's not Lithuania. That's Latvia. Modern day Latvia, I should say. Okay, there you are. I unfortunately cannot attack you. But I will still be able to see you, so... Maybe we'll be able to get around my zone of control. Well, we definitely will. But hopefully I can attack you next turn. We'll have to see. Speaking of attacking, I did have a mission to attack them. Let's see. It's down their objectives. Oh yeah, this thing. Forgot about that. I've almost done that. Yeah, here we go. And I have 5 more turns, so yeah. We should be able to get them in time. So we are pretty much hunting down the last remaining Viking faction. And I guess most Viking campaigns kind of start off that way. By the way, it's not Vikings, it's Viking forefathers, but if you've seen this campaign, you have heard me say that enough, and just saying Vikings, it's much easier than saying Viking forefathers every single time. Okay, they decided to not run. Interesting. Well, do you know that it's your time on this earth?
Leave none alive.
Well, apparently not, because they decided to stick around a bit. Oh, you're trying to get as many mercenaries as possible. That's good. It's gonna give you that, and yes. Once again, I do really like that take on soldiers option. So, Danes, they are gone. Only the Jutes remain. So, what do we give this guy? He's an animal, so let's see. Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Hello everyone. So, the game crashed. That was fun. Thankfully, I still had my autosave. And since we hadn't quite a lot of turns, we didn't really lose that much progress. The Danes still remain, but as we just learned, they can be relatively easily taken down, so shouldn't be any issue. Also, apparently, the Attila has the same problem that Rome 2 had in its early days, where it's tend to crash my computer a lot. Oh well. Oh, stolen sword. But yeah, about the crashing thing, I'm sure that will be fixed eventually, even with all these problems. Rome 2 also got to that stage where it actually worked, so I'm not too worried about that. Anyway, swords are possessed of pride, such precious things can also cause discontent. Your brother's boy claims another has stolen his sword. The accused denies it. Gonna make a new one. Might cost me a bit, but so be it. No swords are, well, a good sword is quite expensive.
Down on them!
Anyway, we have been here before, and we know where this ends.
Is there nothing else?
And there we go, once again. So, give that man some experience after I've given his navy some experience. Okay, what should I give to the navy? Hull strength, and -2 recruitment cost, or extra integrity when in shadow controlled waters. I think I'll do that, actually. I haven't really seen what affects the integrity, or, well, the low integrity of an army actually can do. That'll be interesting to see, but I'm guessing it, well, I'm guessing since it says they're reliable, it means that when they drop, they become less and less reliable, and they might, well, they might rebel completely, I'm guessing. Anyway, let's get back to my capital with my fleet. With my fleet, yo. Not that it's gonna matter, actually. Like we found out, navies do not any longer makes it so that the public control gets up because of what is it called? Military presence. No, that does not happen anymore. And yes, this is still our capital. Should we move this? Well, should we move our capital to there? It definitely does make quite a lot more money than this thing does. I think I'll do that. Let's just try to find out how we do so. So, how do we do that? Let's see. Okay. Here's a start migration button. Not interested in doing that. Okay, that is my record. Oh yeah, I remember this. The upload record thing. Interesting concept. Not sure if I'm gonna use it. Should be a way to do it, right? Well, don't want to rename it. Should be something in here, right? I didn't find anything though. Yeah, and it doesn't say anything about being able to change it. Huh. Well, if I can't, well, then I can't. And if I can, well, please tell me in the comments down below. Because I would like to know, because I would like to move it. But if I can't, well, then I simply can't. And I'm not too bothered, actually. Okay, we get a Wolf Coat, which are light units. Norse Berserkers, which actually are not as useful as they sound, in my experience. Also, it would take way too much food, which I don't have. So I had to upgrade this first. Which I can't because I don't have the technology. So, fishing thingy, there we go. Fishing a jetty. That's a military one. That's also a military one. Let's go for fishing then. And that will, of course, cause public order problems. Yeah. I hate that. And not anything that gives me, like, sanitation or plus public order. Well, another stuff that gives me plus public order, actually. Oh, this gives me quite a lot of public order. But of course, it means that it will give me food consumption. I can't win. Can never win in these scenarios. Oh well. The unrest we're experiencing right now, it will go away. since we had quite a bit of provincial instability. But yeah, I'm not a fan of how long, well, how much downtime you need just to keep everything under control. At least on the hard difficulty. I haven't played any campaigns on any other difficulty yet, so maybe on like easy, something like that, you get a lot more, well, basically time to do stuff. Well, what is this? Oh, it gives me public order +5. Oh, thanks. But yeah, what was I saying? I was saying, yeah, the public order problems. I don't know. I don't like the way it is. But yeah, it might have just something to do with the higher difficulty, and the way they make it difficult is just to make it more bothersome. I guess if that's their way of doing things. Well, it's not like I can really stop them, unless I want to mod it. Anyway. Can we actually get some public order from anything else? Apparently we can, if we build a tavern. Also, let's speed up that process. Well, just as they stopped. And we can get some wolf coats, so I guess we'll try to go for some wolf coats then. That should also give me some wealth. Quite a bit of wealth, actually. 700 additional. Which is quite nice. And we are building up quite the cash reserve. So yeah, now we have the money, so let's get the tavern. Also, I don't really need all of these guys. And some of them are worse than others. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have these guys go away, I don't need them. Bowen, yeah, I'm gonna keep those guys. And maybe take away like this much. Yeah. And if I need them again, well then I will recruit them again. I'm not in any economic struggles. Also, I should look into upgrading that. That will give me more, well, more bad sanitation basically. How do I combat that? Sure, I'm gonna find out sooner or later. Torp, like the airport. I don't think so. Weirdly enough. Yeah, all of that will give public order, but will give me food consumption issues, and then this will give me food, but will give me public order issues and squalor issues. How much is this gonna cost me? Because I need more food. It's gonna cost me 2,100. Yeah, let's do that then. Oh yeah, we also got the Roman logistics system. Because as... who was it? I can't remember. But as someone pointed out, it's a bit weird that... well, basically Vikings have the Roman... they have access to the Roman logistics system. Just out of nowhere. And I have also said some interesting things about that. How it doesn't really make sense, like the title and what it actually gets you. But that's another matter entirely. Oh yeah, we're at war with the Britons, I forgot about that. Oh, what is this?
They made ready for war. the world had fallen into shadow.
Oh yeah, the year is probably 400.
The earth grew cold, and the wind whispered of death. And I beheld a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of scales in his hand. Attila was born.
I see. I've heard about this event.
All knelt before him, for they knew he would devour the earth and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. Attila was born from darkness and despair.
Interesting. The birth. He was a man born into the world to shake nations, the scourge of all lands, whose name brought fear to all mankind. Part of the East Indies, Scythian wastes, a child is born to the royal Hunnic line, destined for greatness. He was named Attila. So, because he was destined for greatness, he was named Attila. So what does the name mean? Anyway, so we did that, and all good for us then, I guess. So chapter 2, Desolation. Oh, so just survive until that. And they used a slum picture from Rome too, which is interesting. Oh well. Also I have bonus objectives, which apparently have been added. Oh yeah. So that has been done. Which is this? Skansa, which probably means Scandinavia. Which is a bit weird when you don't have Norway in it. What are you doing, Creative Assembly? Bring Norway in. Anyway, sorry about that outburst. I do get a bit passionate when they leave out Norway in pretty much the only era where Norwegians have been relevant as a country. As an independent country and not like in a union with Denmark or in a union with Sweden. Or in a union with both Denmark and Sweden at the same time. Anyway, we can loot Britannia. Thrill war, be at war with 3 factions at the same time. Well, if I go to war with the Angles, I might drag a few factions in. I definitely will drag the Saxons in. And apparently they have claimed a bit of territory. Not that much. In addition to Tulifördum, which they already have. Also, public order apparently is not really an issue right now. Thankfully. But yeah, I was talking about that, and I intend to keep that promise. There we go. By the way, I just want to take a look at... that's not what I want to take a look at. What does actually the trading Jutes give us? So it gives me wealth from commerce and maritime commerce. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Like, uniquely. I know it gives me squalor and minus public order. But yeah, let's go for this, because, well, we need our food, because these lands, they are not that fertile. It's the reason why Norway has a very, very long-lasting fishing culture. It's because the what's it called? Like, land that can be used as farmland is very low in Norway, the percentage that can be used, because, as you can see, we have a few mountains here and there. Actually quite a lot of them. So, anyway, I'm trying not to turn this video completely towards Norway. But I guess we were on the topic and we're relatively close. Okay, so I'll try to expand this when I do have the money for that. Yeah, because I'm literally building that. Sure thing. That will give me warhounds. And give me an additional bastion onager. Not that I think this town will really be under threat anytime soon. Well, unless the Britons decide to attack me. Which might be the case. Also, is this an army or is it the navy? This is an army. Although, with how this game works, it doesn't mean that I can just sit back and, well, pretty much guarantee that I can win a naval battle, as we have found out. Although, maybe a few artillery chips might swing that in my favor. Anyway. Is that it? For this turn? Yeah, I guess it is. Unless you want to build something else, which no, I don't really want to, because I want to save my money. So let's do that. A Scourge is born. Yeah, I don't even need to check the achievement list, see what that is for. That's definitely because the Scourge has been born, aka Attila has been born. Don't need to be a detective to find that one out. So yeah, we're in a transitional period where really not that much is happening, except for these guys trying to be relevant. I guess they're gonna try to invade and be my guests. I'm gonna recruit new troops. Yeah, because they probably will try to land, and will they just go for the undefended city again? Probably, knowing what the Jutes thought was a good tactic, and to be fair to them, it was a good tactic before I destroyed them. Okay, let's get one round of Nordic levy, actually, back to the battlefield. And upgrade this, which increased the public order just a tiny bit. Yeah, can't wait until this gets finished. Anyway, this is where we'll end this part. I hope you enjoyed it, even though it was a bit low on action. Hopefully these guys will land and give you some real action, because I think this is definitely a battle which I have to fight myself. Also, I think it would be in my best interest to get 1 or 2 mercenaries. Or maybe 3 or 4. Yeah. Just in case they don't get there in time. But yeah, as I said, this is where I will end it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will join me next time. Goodbye for now.